Please, I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reason.
The coach take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
43's the mic, boy, 43. Check, 43.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. Escaping the play, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep here for... Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Leonard Fournette, and an alley to run. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and through. And it's now a 7-0 game. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. The run there on 1st down, going to get him 5 up to the 30. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And Stills bringing it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Break.
First down, Miami.
Here we go. General West. Big grip.
On first down, Drake. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And finding the tight end, Hooper.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
2nd and 4. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up a throw. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. It's complete to Drake. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Looking to throw. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. A trick shot on the extra point, but it is good off the left upright. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's up.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Darnold on 1st down. Finds the open target, Arnold. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. On 3rd down, Fournette. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the 1st. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Darnold. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. 55, Mark 55. Red 80. It's a party now. Can't touch it.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. By Beasley. 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. The big boy's big dream right there. He got to rumble and stumble all the way for six.
Nothing like big man with football, is there? I mean, that brings people onto their feet every single time, and his dream was answered on that one, wasn't it? It was realized. He picks it off and takes it to the end zone.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So
it got his man complete and able to rip off a inside the 40. 36 yards on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the run, it's Fournette. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Leonard Fournette, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he hits Drake. Now Drake loses the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run with Fournette. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Stills the intended target. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Fournette, a first down carry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take it.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. They'll look to throw here on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Derwin James, the all-pro safety, is a rookie there to knock it away. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. It's complete. Stills. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Now back to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Here now is second and 10, again from the 41. They'll drop to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A first down throw, Darnold. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll throw now on the final play. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable second and 13. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is now 21-14. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their number one goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence. Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number one receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Darnold completes it, and they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Raekwon McMillan gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. Nope. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. They'll start the drive with Drake. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's a 2nd and 7. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Drake. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Back to throw now on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Drake. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. They'll toss it to Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Jets, 14.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Bang, 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 bang.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. Fournette on the counter. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here's the Jets punter. And look at this, it's a fake. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. But I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running, it's Drake. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and it's 3rd and 4. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Here we go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit, though. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
The Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Montez Sweat able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Rivers. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And he'll take it just outside the 40. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. They begin with a run by Fournette. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's...
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to